What's up, everybody? This is Rob Shack. So today we're going to be doing the max speed test with the car I just won. This is the Piranha, and we should see how good it does. I want to make it black because it looks awesome. Yeah, I'm just going to drive around the outskirts of the level, try to get my top speed, and we'll have a good time. I'll hopefully hit a bunch of cars too. We'll see some good crashes. But I think this is part 4, so enjoy the video, enjoy the gameplay, and yeah, I pretty much realized the last video with the Jones, I never really talked about this, so I'm going to start doing this with these cars. I'm going to just kind of discuss a little bit what's going on with the car and why I like it and why I don't. And so since I didn't do this with the cars before, I'm going to do it for this video. With the taxi cab, obviously, taxi cab sucks. It's just the base car. It's meant to be terrible, and it's meant to be the car that you don't want to use anymore, but it's actually not that bad. It can be, I don't know if y'all saw me, I'm just run that guy over. I might have just hit that dude, but he dove in front of my car, so I'm not really mad at myself for that. But, yeah, the taxi cab sucks. I don't like the taxi cab at all. Okay, why would they put breakaway glass there only to have it be a freaking wall right behind it? That really didn't make any sense. Anyway, okay, taxi cab is terrible, but it's the base car. You can make it work because it has good handling and it's not very fast. So taxi cab is actually slow, but it's really good because of how slow it is. That's basically all you have to know about it. With the Crucero, Emil's car, with that first one, I'm only going to talk about the first cars too. I'm not going to go into the next ones yet. I'll do that later in another video. But with the baseline car for Emilio, his car is actually pretty good. When I was a kid, I hated his car because I was like, oh, well, it's the worst one because it's the first car you get. And in a way, that's kind of true. Like, it's just a subtly better car than the taxi cab. But based on how freaking terrible the Jones is, I really did not like the Jones J400, the base one. I know that the later one's much better, but the J400 will just flip over. Like, if I just, like, y'all saw it in the video last week, I commented on it, and that's what kind of inspired me to make this video this week, was the Jones, the baseline Jones will just flip over if you turn too hard. So the Piranha, I actually really like the Piranha because it's basically a more touchy version of the taxi cab. About the same speed, but way better acceleration. The Piranha has very, very good acceleration for the base model of a car. Its top speed is pretty bad. It's basically the same as the taxi cab, maybe even a little bit worse. I'm pretty sure it actually is a little bit worse. But it's just handling is so good, and it's very quick off the line. Very, very quick off the line. But yeah, that's kind of the thing I wanted to talk about with this video is I hadn't done this with the max speed test before. I just kind of like did them quietly. But I think what I might do with these videos is have the gameplay going in the background, but then I'll kind of describe what I think about the car. So with the Piranha, yeah, great acceleration. I'm doing only the base one. So with the Piranha, the baseline Piranha, it's very fast, very quick, really high acceleration for a front car. I think it's the best of the 3 at the lower tier range. The Jones to me is absolutely garbage. It's just not as good. Just totally screwed that up. That was supposed to be my top speed, but it's okay. The Jones to me was very bad. I didn't like the Jones. It's just because its handling is complete garbage. Like, this car actually has really good handling, and you have to get used to it because it's so, I mean, look at this. I'm barely tapping the joystick. You can't see that, but I'm barely tapping the joystick, and the car is so responsive that you actually have to get used to having that good of handling, because comparing the Piranha to the Jones is just garbage. Jones has a lot of durability, I'll give it that, but like, its handling and its top speed and acceleration are pretty good, but it's just the handling was so, it's like I was flipping over almost, and I did flip over in one of my earlier videos. So, and then the Crucero is just a nice balanced middle ground car. Like, it's basically just a better version of the Taxi in that it pretty much drives the exact same way as the Taxi, but it's better in terms of acceleration and top speed. And the Piranha is like a very touchy, like it's almost like a super tuned up version of Emil's car. It's like out of control how touchy it is. But if you get used to it, it's actually amazing. And it's like you can dodge traffic without having to use the handbrake. It's pretty much the best car, I think, of the bottom three. I think that mid-X car just freaking drove through my car. But yeah, so that's just my thoughts on these three. Definitely I would pick the Piranha over the other two, but close second is Emil's. And then I really didn't like the Jones J400. I can't remember the Emil's car. I think it's called the Crucero Bueno. And then the Piranha is it's whatever the number is, the other numbers are higher. So the Piranha is a lot weaker. Obviously, I'm already smoking. Emil's car is tougher, and the taxi cab is tougher, and the Jones is tougher too. So I think if you're like a kind of a newer driver and you like to slam into stuff, it's not really that you're new, but if you like to hit stuff like I do, maybe the Emil car is better. But I just like the style of the Piranha. But Emil's car is probably the overall like more average car, but I think the funner car to drive, and if you can handle it, the better car is the Piranha. The Jones just flips over, and you have to use the handbrake a lot, and that slows you down a lot. This car is so touchy, you can just like, you can tap the handbrake and then keep it going much faster, like that. Just kind of do a quick tap, and then on the hit, oh, okay. Well, disregard that. That wasn't part of the handbrake test. So yeah, basically, I think the Piranha is the best car in terms of handbrake. It actually like responds to the handbrake and it responds to regular steering. And yeah, so that's it. I'm just gonna drive around a little bit. Enjoy the video. Hope y'all had a good time. Peace.